How are you, Amber?
I'm doing pretty good. It's sunny and beautiful out here in Vegas, so can't complain.
It's Amber. It's always sunny and beautiful in Vegas.
Not always, but most of the time. Fair enough. The pool parties are in play right now.
Take me back. How did you end up in Vegas?
Vegas was, like I said, a whimsical decision. I was living in Montana and I had been living there for a long time. I planned on moving actually, and I was looking at different places. I was considering Colorado. Arizona was kind of the top of my list.
You do. Vegas is like a party city, right?
It is, but there's other stuff to do. So it's a party city, but like I said, everything outside of Vegas, there's rock climbing, bouldering, hiking, um, overlanding, which is something that I've never done, but I find it very intriguing. So all that kind of super active outdoorsy stuff is very close to here. You could find anything like that that's like an hour to 4 hours away. Even there's even snowboarding in Nevada.
Amber, what do you do for a living? Because you sound like the Department of Tourism for North Vegas. You're selling me on Vegas.
I
You
am actually
are.
so I'm a bartender. I've been a bartender for a long time.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Bartender is an interesting career because to be a
Yeah.
bartender, you have to be really social. I can only imagine the conversation that you have with people because they're meeting you for the first time. They're more
Mhm.
forthcoming with their conversation because they're a little tipsy. So, this would be a great podcast to have a conversation at the bar with Amber. You ever thought about that?
Um,
Think about it. There's nothing
yeah,
like that.
very creative actually. That's
Right.
a
And
it's
now you have the liquor company sponsoring you because I'm making drinks as I'm doing the show.
very creative. I like it actually.
Do you plan your trips like you like okay this weekend I'm gonna go here or you just is really sporadic with you?
Um, the bigger trips I will plan. So if it because mostly with anything that's a national park or anything that takes some camping gear along with me, I need to usually reserve a camping spot or make sure the park is open. Sometimes they close for different reasons. The pricing is different. I will plan those trips. I do like to share my experiences. I like to do it alone. There's something very peaceful about hiking by yourself. There's something very tranquil about it. Like I said, sometimes when I want to ground myself, a hike feels great, and a hike alone is even better. But it's definitely something that if I had the choice, I would prefer to share with somebody.
Really different person. Like none of them are really the same type of person. The common factor is
It's you,
you.
yeah.
So clearly you're doing something wrong or you're reacting inappropriately that's causing these relationships to end. And I've taken a lot of that shit to heart. And I've really just tried to focus on that. So sometimes it's an initial spark, but then I always have to catch myself because I say, hey, Amber, just remember you're usually attracted to piece of shit people. Trying to find the perfect.
Amber,
Yes.
that was your remarks on a podcast. What podcast was that?
Waku Radio. They're actually a couple buddies of mine, and most of the podcast is usually just funny banter. We go back and forth on wild topics, and it usually revolves around dating in this day and age. So
Have you found the
yeah,
perfect partner to hike or travel with?
no,
Why
I
not?
don't. I don't think one. I don't think there's any such thing as the perfect partner. To be fair, like I said, it's kind of making yourself perfect for your life first. And obviously, perfect is a spectrum. It's not like a concrete destination. You're not going to ever reach
Right.
perfect. But as far as the perfect partner goes, that's difficult.
You're spinning me, Amber.
I know.
So
Sorry.
let me stop. I need
Okay.
you to stop me because I'm getting dizzy. Why haven't you found the right partner? You said you're attracted to pieces
Mhm.
of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
In
what does that mean? What
For me, a big quality that I look for now is somebody that isn't overly agreeable with me. I don't want somebody that's going to be dismissive of certain things
mm,
um, or lack the ability to have conversations with me because there is things that still trigger me.
Thing after another.
Why would you say you're gonna beat me to
It's
death?
one thing after another.
Why would you say you're gonna beat me to
It's
death?
one thing after another. I mean what I say.
So you're gonna beat me to death?
Beat you to death because something in your brain you don't fucking think. You're off. Nothing is right in your fucking brain. You're off.
If people get into
Yeah.
these social media relationships, next thing you know, when it goes bad, it goes bad. Because you don't really know. We're only seeing everything we see on social media. It looks good, but we don't
It
know.
looks beautiful sometimes, and then sometimes it's they're cheating or they're not faithful or they're you know um verbally abusing each other too. It goes both ways. I mean, women are really good at manipulation. They're really good at it.
Amber, whose side are you on?
I play the middle because it's so unfair that everybody points the finger at each other. You know, you have all these guys now doing their podcasts, doing their social media stuff, saying women need to check themselves, women need to be better, and women need to do better. And then you have all these women saying men are narcissists, and they're throwing around very, very aggressive words, and then just lumping all of guys into it or lumping all of women into it. And it's not even that. It's a problem on both sides. It's like I said, it comes back to a personal thing. Like, you need to better yourself first, and you need to stop pointing the blame at everybody else. Obviously there's exceptions because there is extremes. I mean, there are really, really, really monstrous people out there that abuse people and hurt people and put people in the hospital. And there are women that have taken men for all of their cash and have had no sympathy whatsoever about it.